One. Now I have to spin you a yarn for 60 seconds so the video doesn't get demonetized. What do you want me to say? It's Dumbo 2019. It's a train. And I don't know. We've probably only been like 35 seconds in. It just has that look to it, right? I looked at it and I said, this looks like shit. It looks like fucking garbage. There's not a single real thing in the image whatsoever, and it's got Vaseline all over the lens. It looks like trash. What else could it be except for Dumbo when you got like a circus train here? It's that simple. It's not even that it's PS2. If this looked like PS5, it might actually be even worse, to be honest with you. It's the fact that there's not a single human being built a prop that has been captured by the camera doesn't even exist, man. The camera doesn't exist. It's ones and zeros inside of the computer. There's nothing real in the image whatsoever. Tim Burton, I don't know in real life what you're like, but make a good movie. Or don't. Live your truth. Doesn't really matter. Just cinema. After winning a Super Bowl with the Ravens, Trent Dilfer played for this NFC team. That's the Panthers, buddy. Told you. Playing wide receiver and QB at Kentucky, this player totaled 5 passing touchdowns, 22 rushing touchdowns, and 13 touchdown catches. That's Wes Welker. Told you. Carl Crawford spent the final 4 seasons with this National League team. Cincinnati Reds. Told you. Okay, so far so good. This city in Michigan is the 10th most populated city or town beginning with the letter K. Kalamazoo. This is, that's fucked. I don't know who this is. Start with 1. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I feel like it looks too much like Finn Wolfhard for me to derive that there's 2 faces in this image. I feel like I think it might be, you're kind of like Daisy Ridley, and I think you're Evan Peters, even though it's a deep pull here. I think you're Evan Peters. You're Quicksilver from the Age of Ultron. And then you're not Daisy Ridley. No, you're not Daisy Ridley. You might be Daisy Ridley. I'm going to give you a chance at least. Never mind. You're one of the British actresses in biographical films I've not seen. Like a Lily Collins type. Ellie Kemper? I don't know, man. I don't think it's Ellie Kemper. I think it's like, well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Coca-Cola produces this brand of sugar-filled teas. Those are called Pure Leaf. Those are called Leaf. Some kind of leaf. Sweet Leaf? Nope. Fuse, that's right. In his mid-60s, this former movie star, that's Chevy Chase, bro. He played Pierce Hawthorne. A hit overseas and a cult favorite in America, 2016 Korean action horror film. That's obviously Train to Busan. And this is Will Smith getting jiggy with it, Miami, and just the 2 of us. Let me see this one. Let me see this middle one. 13%. Evan Peters, it is Ellie Kemper. I'm impressed I got Evan Peters, to be honest with you. I could see the Ellie Kemper because it is her, but it doesn't. I don't know. I thought she had like red eyebrows, like orange eyebrows. But am I crazy? This is Finn Wolfhard as well, man. Like this is Finn Wolfhard in like 11 years. This is Stranger Things season. What season are they on right now? Season 5? This is Stranger Things season 6. Oh, they're on 6? Fuck. tough ones today. Grease lightning, huh? Things you slip on. Grease, a banana peel. Things that are sticky. You slip on the ice, you slip on a banana peel. Things that are electric. Electric eel. Things that erupt. Things that spew. Things that are hot. Things that involve fire. Sun, volcano, fire, and kiln. Hot things. Things that can burn you. Wheel, clay, kiln, and glaze. Pottery-associated words. Fire, volcano, sun. Interesting. I want to say lightning, but I'm just going to chill for a second. Eel. Eel. Lightning. Banana peel. It's things that are slippery, man. Things that are slippery. And then fire, sun, volcano, lightning. Shit that will burn you. Natural producers of heat. And then this is like when you show up at the event and you like practice for a week and then you play like 2 rounds and then you watch your performance on CBS Sports and you find out that they turned you into part of Cobalt Streak's hero narrative instead of actually putting your story on the screen just because you happen to lose in Bloons tower defense instead of winning in Bloons tower defense. You wouldn't get it. New heads, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't understand. Play without an account. Work like a dog. Work like a horse. Voice type that falls between soprano and alto. I have no idea. Black and white snacks. Oreos. Move one's head in agreement. Nod. Totally out of it. Dazed. It's not a horse. Rice-shaped pasta. Orzo. Engineered crops. GMOs. You can't be serious. Villain's counterpart. Hero. Works like a charm. Come on. Mezzo. What the hell is mezzo? Isn't that what they say about you when you wear pants with a button fly at home? They're like, oh, you're dressing like mezzosexual or whatever. Something like that. I don't know. They're saying the new pope is a gamer. They're telling me the new pope is a gamer. Just thought it'd be funny to say. When a joke fails, you got to have something to hit him with a mix-up real quick. Cuisine Adventures, Spanakopita, spinach and feta, phyllo triangles. They're not triangles. They're a 3-dimensional geometric shape. They're not a plane. So how could they be triangles if they have a 3rd dimension? But they have a face that's triangular, much like Evan Peters. But to call these triangles is disingenuous to the science of geometry. I don't know what you'd call this, some kind of like samosa-shaped prism, but 48 trays, 12 per tray. Cuisine Adventures. Nothing says adventurous eating like a frozen food from a different country. 3 pounds, 1.4 kilograms. I bet this is $13.99. Wow. Come on. $9.99? I gotta end the stream, man. That's too cheap. That's like 25 cents a spanakopita, man. Or a spanakopiti? I don't know what you call a single one. It's spinach and cheese. Bitch, cheese is like the most expensive thing in the grocery store, you fucking idiot. Have you seen the price of cheese? Eggs? I don't live in America. Our eggs are chill up here. We ain't paid in potatoes, buddy. That's a self-inflicted wound. Don't talk to me, moralize to me about the price of eggs. We're making okonomiyaki like 2 times a week. There's some real cheap cheese. They have a Disney Plus show about that these days. Paid $15.99 for 18 eggs the other day. That's crazy. I don't know what to tell you, because what I was going to say is, why don't you just not buy the eggs? But I guess, I was freaking out. This is like a week and a half ago or something like that. But I was freaking out because somebody in the Discord was saying they and their family eat 7 dozen eggs a week. I was freaking the fuck out. So they were like, I apologize if you didn't want that information to be known, but it was so noteworthy that I was like losing my mind. They were like, everybody in our house, I guess it's like 4 adults, eats 2 to 3 eggs for breakfast every day, and then sometimes they have an egg-based dish for dinner. So that's basically like a dozen eggs per day for breakfast with a little flex put on for dinner, possibly. But it actually was illuminating for me, because I don't know if you guys have like the same experience. Sometimes I'll go to like every time I go to the grocery store, you see one cart that is just like 10 gallons of milk and like 4 flats of eggs with like 32 eggs per flat. And you're like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, do you run a daycare or something like that? Now I know, man. There's 4+ adults living in the house and they all like eggs for breakfast. Easy enough, man. I didn't know. I eat a lot of food, don't get me wrong, but I eat like in our household, only my wife and I eat eggs. We probably go through a dozen eggs a month. Like and the milk is non-existent, but we do use like maybe a pint of almond milk a day or oat milk, but nothing too crazy. How much sushi? We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that at all. Enough. Let's just put it that way. Enough. How much gochugaru? Not that much, but we got a big container of it. That scene in Minari where she gets the shipment of Korean seasoning from Korea, even though they live in like fuck you Georgia or whatever. That was like, that's fucking real. I was like, that's my wife. When we finally went to like the Asian supermarket for the first time, like 10 years ago, and she could stop using Kikkoman soy sauce and start using the special Korean soup type of soy sauce, like that movie captured that moment for sure. You know what? This one's for you, buddy. Wow! It's adjacent to the answer. Okay. North Korea. Yay! I mean, yay! We got it! Not yay! I'm not endorsing the regime! Kind of a crazy globla. Yeah, dude! Geography's on my side today! You boys like Mexico? We gotta put that one in. That's how you pad the stats. That's huge. August 2nd, 2002. This is my fucking shit, dude. This is my fucking shit. This is when Triple X starring Xander Cage came out. It's not. Never mind. Wait. Dude. Oh, no. I thought I got one. It's right around this time. It was August 2022 or 2002, okay? This is the summer between grade 8 and grade 9. What opened huge? I'm going to know it for sure. 60 mil in 2002. Post Spider-Man. Post Attack of the Clones, which was like May, Something from Touchstone that opened big, starring Mel Gibson in '02. It's just before the Passion of the Christ. It's Signs. I was fucking there. I was there. New Line Cinema, pre-gold member, 2000. Maybe this is gold member actually. The legs look like gold member, man. Yeah. But you see a movie minus 57%, week 1 to week 2, you got to be like, that's probably the third Austin Powers movie, or like Suicide Squad, or Batman versus Superman: The Dawn of Justice. Sony Pictures 12 milli. A comedy. It's The Master of Disguise. It's an incredible weekend at the multiplex, man. 1,000 faces and not a single clue. 7 million from Paramount Pictures, starring Martin Lawrence. 2002 Martin Lawrence, opening so low. I feel like this might be Big Mama's House too. No? Comedy. Oh, it's Run Tell 'em. Run Tell That. You think I don't know Martin Lawrence's live stand-up's name? Run Tell That. I was fucking there, man. I wasn't in the audience, but I was there in '02. I was there. I had my eyes open. I was paying attention. DreamWorks. Perhaps animated? No. Starring Tom Hanks, 2002. That's Road to Perdition, bitch. We take those. 92nd percentile. Holy cow, man. Create lots of options at the multiplex this weekend. Movies we're still talking about 20 years later. I do know '02, man. I do know '02. This is not slop weekend. Gold member is slop. Master of Disguise is like an all-time so bad it's good. I don't know if I'd call it slop. Road to Perdition is really good. I think Signs is really good too. The worst thing about Signs is that it created an entire generation of people who are like, oh, I liked it right up until the plot hole ruined it for me. Plot hole Andy's when it passes the vibe check. Chad walks in. It just doesn't make sense. Why did they go to a planet that's 70% water? I liked it. No! Have you seen Sinners? You mean the movie that came out like 45 seconds ago? Yeah, I've seen it twice. Okay. Ewan McGregor, Cliff Collins, Rebecca Ferguson. I know where I'm going. It's Dr. Sleep, Rebecca Ferguson, Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr., Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows. Rebecca Ferguson, Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr., Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. Time, 9 seconds. Ewan McGregor. Stormbreaker with Stephen Fry. Stormbreaker. You don't know Stormbreaker? It plays on BBC 4. It plays on Channel 6. Fuck you, man. No, you're cool. Well, I don't know you personally. Most people are okay. This looks like are they having a LARF today? Because I want to say that this could be Oblivion 1, and they're playing into the hype. The other one I would think is this is I was gonna say Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, but I'm pretty sure it don't look like that. Maybe this is like Fable 1. PS3, Xbox 360, and the PC. The hell is this, man? Is this like The Witcher 1? Nah, I don't think the United States was in The Witcher 1. Let me go back here. This is Call of Duty 2? Another well, no. Oh, Operation Market Garden. That's like a Medal of Honor. I mean, it's real, but it's a Medal of Honor classic. I don't know which one it would be, though. Warfighter was like 2013 or 14, I think. Maybe it was the Medal of Honor remake. No, it's not even that franchise. Developed by Gearbox. Bazooka Team Moving? Is this Bad Company? Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway. All right. The real game? This looks good as fuck. Don't worry, when the share price sags, they'll remake it. Go to Gamedle. This is Steep. This is SSX3. What a game. Oh, this is SSX, the remake. Yeah, okay. Dude, SSX3, like... I played a shitload of Tricky on PS2, but SSX3, where you could take like a helicopter to the top of the mountain, and then, like, I've never really been a skier, but I imagine it was what skiing and snowboarding feels like. Like, you got your headphones on, you're listening to a song, then Funkmaster Flex or Razel comes in and, like, gives you a little sting on the radio, and you're like, what route am I going to take? Am I going to take this route or this route? And you could turn on the fly. Oh, man. You felt like you were in the fucking, zone. You were in the flow state for sure. This is Blueprints. This is a gimme. This is Blueprints. By the way, respect on my Gamedle for this. I was a Cool Borders 2 guy. Cool Borders! You ever... I had that for PlayStation 1. Cool Borders 2 intro YouTube. Here it is, man. 1 minute and 34 seconds long. You ready? Get ready. Here it comes. First, it's like unauthorized reproductions of this are not allowed. Sony Computer Entertainment Europe presents from UEP Systems. Give it a second. Give it a second. Here it comes. Here it comes, man. It just has to load. It's on CD. Cut it some slack.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? And I'm waiting for.
Dude, like, the 90s were so cool, man. I don't know how to, if you weren't there, I don't know how to explain it to you, but all media was like this for like 4 years. Not that long. This is what all media was like. Ready? It's loading. Like, this was just the aesthetic, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? And I'm waiting for.
That's just what it hit, man. It's something about it just hit. They're not making shit like that anymore. And then can I get to the part where they say cool borders?
Cool borders! Borders! Cool borders!
That's so fucking funny, man. Cool borders! Oh. Flint and steel. I've been saying chicken jockey all weekend. Chicken jockey. Hits every time, man. Well, maybe this is like MX Unleashed or whatever it's called. Maybe it's like ATV Off-Road Fury 2. Maybe it's like BMX something. Maybe it's like Dave Mira. Maybe it's Dave the Diver. Should be easy to find because it's got every genre in it. It is a single-player Unity game. Okay. How about Gun Home? from 2014 to 2022. Takes place partly in a side view. Partly in a side view. Partly in a side view. It's probably an indie, I would probably say simulator. Is it crazy to suggest that this could be like Oxygen Not Included? It's in the right era. 2020 to 2022. An independent simulator game with a side view. Good question, man. Well, you know what? What about like a? It's not even side view at all. I just want to type it in. Cult of the Lamb, just something that came out in that era, and it does have elements of perhaps fantasy. Would be my guess from 2020 or 2021. Perhaps my friend Pedro came out in 2019. My bad, y'all. Show me the clue. It's a fantasy horror game called Graveyard Keeper. Called a fantasy horror game called Cultist. The the mortuary's assistant. I'm really running out, man. Little Nightmares 3. Oh, shit! Third person side view, one guess left. It's not. That was a huge guess. I just wish it was the right saga. It's called, it's a little game by the name Third Person and Side View. I don't know, Mario. Dr. Mario. Darkest Dungeon the second. Darkest Dungeon 2. Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough. Darkest Dungeon 2. Horror? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's got some horror in it. I didn't hate Darkest Dungeon 2. It just didn't capture me the same way the original captured me, but I think it was bad. Just didn't hit the same for some reason. But it's hard. I mean, we're not in the same place that we were in 2014 either. I think it's hard to make the sequel, man. I don't mean this to be needlessly cynical, but I think it's like if your first game is basically perfect, it's really hard to make the sequel. Because let me just put it this way. I think that Darkest Dungeon 2 did it right, which is they said Darkest Dungeon 1 is the perfect version of the game we wanted to make. So we have to do like a departure to justify making a sequel instead of just adding more content into the original game, which would probably make it worse at this point because it's so tight. We got to do something that like justifies its existence. So that's why I think there's like a curse to the sequel. It's not a rip to Slay the Spire 2. I trust Megacrit because they made a perfect game once and then left it alone for like 5 years. But I mean, I also don't know. Maybe it'll suck. I'm the type of fella that's not going to get too concerned about that. I'm more concerned with like what I'm going to have for lunch. Like I'm not involved in the production. Doesn't really matter. Hades 2 is better than Hades 1? Oh, breakfast is better than lunch. Lunch is better than dinner. We're all going to die someday, buddy. What are you talking about? Silk Song? I don't know. I'm not going to make any enemies. You really think I'm going to talk negatively about Silk Song when people are jerking their cocks over fucking Oblivion of all things? There were 20 years I was waiting for someone to say one good thing about Oblivion. Nobody said shit. Everybody shut their traps. All of a sudden there's a remake. Oh, it's my favorite game of all time. You fucking liar. You would have said it by now. It's been 2 decades. You would have said it by now. And just for that, bitch, you're getting Puckdoku. Montreal Canadiens, 100 goals scored in his career. Yeah, buddy. I'm thinking that's got to be Andre Kostitsyn, a.k.a. Owen Wilson. 100 goals scored for the Florida Panthers. Yeah, maybe you've heard of him. A little fella by the name of Scott Mellenby. They don't make him like that anymore, man. 100 goals scored in his career for the St. Louis Blues. Oh, maybe you've heard of him. A little fella by the name of Scott Stevens. He's on the Devils. He was on the Blues first, buddy. Be born earlier, okay? Now, Canadians and the fucking Vancouver Canucks, that's a given. The legend, Brandon Proust. You could bank on this guy getting like 1 to 2 goals and up to 6 to 8 points annually if you sign him to like a $2 million contract. He was Mr. Dependable if you needed approximately 0.12 points per game and a 32% face-off win rate. Florida Panthers and the Vancouver Canucks, there's lots, man. There's lots. I'm going to say Keith Ballard. I'm going to take you back to the past. And then the Blues, well, the easy play there would be like a Luke Shen type. I got the Shens confused, man. I got my Shen. Braden is the Blues guy. Well, there's more. Pavel Dimitra. Hiabs? The Hiabs? Feel like Sheldon Surrey. No, he went to the Stars. Michael Komisarek? Did you play for the Ducks, Mr. Komisarek? Oh. You fucker. Oh, Saku Koivu played for the Ducks for like 20 minutes, right? Okay, we take those. The bully in like a 2001 high school movie. Who was the fat kid with the knuckle puck? Yeah, that's Goldberg. No, wait. Maybe that's Goldberg. Or is Goldberg the goalie? It's been a while. Goldberg was the goalie? Didn't he also have the knuckle puck? Who had the knuckle puck? Keenan had the knuckle puck. What was Keenan's name in the movie? Russ. Yeah, man, there's a lot of shit in the Mighty Ducks you don't see in the real NHL. I'll tell you one thing, if you ever see the offense breaking out in the flying V, you better hope that's the team you're rooting for, because the defense is fucked. If you if they can, well, first off, I do think it's a hard play to execute without going offside, because you really need to give the person that's leading the rush the puck, and they can't pass it. So like it might lose some of its efficacy there. I feel like the knuckle puck is crazy, though. You don't even see them do slap shots anymore. To do a knuckle puck would be wild. He did it last night? They knuckled last night to win 6-5. I didn't know. I didn't watch that. I was asleep, I think. You also don't see the coach pumping the captain's mom till the room stinks. You're correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you see that in the movie. I think maybe like the knuckle puck is on the screen. There's no subtext. He puts it on its edge and slaps it. But what you're saying, I think that might have been implied. That might have been at the margins of the cinema. Cillian Murphy, one-word title. It's not possible. Sunshine. Title starts with A to H. Cillian Murphy. I mean, there's always The Dark Knight, which is also called Batman Begins in my world. And, fuck! Released from 2005 to 2025. Cillian Murphy, Red Eye. That's got to be an 2005 classic. Okay, we take those. Viola Davis. One word title. 05 to 2025, that's a given. Suicide Squad. One word title. Oh, Widows. Title starts 8H. The Help. We take those. Matthew McConaughey. That's my shit right there. Matthew McConaughey. There's no doubt we go the Beach Bum. And then one word title. Obviously, you got Dazed and Confused in this. You got How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. You got Duh, Lincoln Lawyer. No, you don't. No, you don't. You got Failure to Lunch. Something that hasn't been a problem for me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We take those. Failure to Launch, 6.2%. You're so quirky, man. One word title. Sahara. I saw it in theaters, man. Steve Zahn. Penelope Cruz. How did they fuck that one up? What the hell is the disappearance of Eleanor Rigby them? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a movie with Viola Davis. Apparently, you're right. They, them, Eleanor Rigby. That's not for me. I'm not the guy. That's a John Mulaney joke waiting to happen. That's not me. We're going to go... we're going to do the first 8 words in spell check before the website crashes.
Scrounge. A verb meaning steal,
Scrounge.
swipe.
You know what I was thinking? There's lots of words that we don't use anymore. I might be the first person to ever say this. When was the last time you heard someone called a scoundrel or a ne'er-do-well? Oh, wait, I'm rehashing my own joke from Thursday, aren't I? Yeah, it was last week when you said it. Yeah, that's right. My bad. Anyway.
Reveal. A verb meaning to make known through divine. Wheedle. A verb meaning to influence or entice by.
Grima Wormtongue? That's not Weedle?
Drum. A noun meaning a percussion in. Pretend. A verb meaning to. Peculate. A verb meaning embezzle. Peculate.
Can't be anything else. I love a word you've never heard before, but you know exactly how it's spelled.
Delivery. A noun meaning. Cinematic.
Oh.
An adjective meaning of. Intensify. A verb meaning to become intense. Mellifluous. A adjective meaning having a.
That's a given. Do Canadians really say soda pop? I'm going to answer your question with another question. Do Americans really say the Pledge of Allegiance before they have math class?
Rubato. A noun.
She really put some sauce on that one, huh?
Intestine. A noun meaning the.
It felt so good to fucking smash the enter key after that line and see the check mark pop up. It felt amazing.
Wiki-up. A noun meaning a hut used by the nomadic.
Yeah, hut news. Oh, fuck
Annoyance.
you.
A noun meaning the act.
Should be spelled wiki up.
Podagra. A noun meaning a painful condition of the big toe caused by gout. This word comes from Greek, meaning foot trap, via Latin to Middle English. Podagra. A noun meaning a painful condition of.
Just makes sense, man. My toe, my toe. Kind of a cool pattern. We got like a barbell pattern, man. You know what we got to do? Before I forget, let's do some Scrandle. No, not Schindler's List 1993 film. That dude fucked up the vibe severely, man. Absolutely not. Who the hell's typing Scrandle and going, oh yeah, sorry, I just didn't know how to spell Schindler. An Atlanta sausage stromboli for £9.80 or a chicken and chips at Wembley. They both look okay, but there's no doubt the sausage stromboli is going to clear. Easiest one in my life. Pulled pork and beef sandwiches with gravy. 3 sandwiches with pints of Stella, 13 pounds 50. Why does the... Oh, because they're different. And a kebab roll. The sandwiches look kind of bad, man. I'm like... I don't know. I don't like to be the guy who just evaluates them exclusively on price, but I get that it's democracy, so that's going to be a big part of it in the world of evaluating whether or not something's scran. But I don't know. I feel like I don't even think this looks that good. But I think I would rather have 1 of these than 3 of these, even if I'm getting 3 times the food for 2 times the price. I can die with hope in my heart that I lived an honest life picking the right one. To me, you got chicken gyros, 7 pounds, versus spanferkel, 8 pounds 40. Now I gotta be honest, I feel like this shit looks tasty. They give it to you on a real plate, like we're a dignified fucking society again. That's fucking something, man. When the fuck did we... Pisses me off. Go to a sporting event, they give you a plastic knife or something like that. Just put a bucket at the end and we can put our cutlery in it, man. I'm 36 damn years old. I gotta use the plastic knife that doesn't cut anything? Or the plastic fork where the tine is like bent 70 degrees to the right? Crazy, man. It's dangerous to give people a knife. Buddy, I'm not going to stab anybody. Just let me cut my fucking chicken. I'm probably at greater risk of like dying of choking on whatever the fuck this is. I don't know. Is that meat? Is it sauce? You know what I was thinking yesterday? I'm going to make a claim that at first is going to sound 20% ridiculous, but then by the end, you're going to join me. Do you think do you think the fear of flying has killed more people than flying? Because I think the answer has to be yes. Now, I'm not suggesting that people died of a heart attack because they were afraid of flying, but died rather taking an alternative means of transportation, i.e. a car, instead of taking an airplane because they were scared. It's an interesting thought, man. Always think about that because there's the things that, like, when I was a kid or like a young adult, I was way more scared of things that were extremely unlikely to kill me. Roller coaster malfunction, major airline, plane disaster, airplane engine falling out of the sky, quicksand, sure, sharks, movie theater screen decoupling from the floor and the ceiling and crushing everybody in the audience for some reason. And the older I get, I'm not scared about that stuff at all. I'm getting way more scared of stuff that is statistically, like, substantially more likely to kill me. I'm way more scared of, like, heart disease or, like, having a stroke. High blood pressure. Yeah, exactly. House intruder at night. That's more of like a child fear. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but like your fear of dying to that is outsized versus what is way more likely to kill you. Kind of crazy to think about, man. If you had a dream that you were going to die in a plane crash the night before you had a flight, would you still go on the airplane? I'm going to type 1 in chat. I would still go on the airplane. I think this is an interesting question to get to know somebody. By the way, I don't think there's a wrong answer. I'm not going to be that debate bro who is like, you know, just because you had a dream, statistically, if you're, it's not just that you think like for sure the plane is going to crash. You might be like, hey, I just don't want to like be terrified that it is going to crash for like 8 hours tomorrow. Maybe I'll just chill for a day or two if you can. Anyway, I think it's got to be left. Just makes sense. It's got to be right. It doesn't. The price doesn't matter. Meat unknown sandwich, 67 cents is crazy. That's insane. And the fish and chips look pretty good. That does not look like Scran. I guess some kind of pate or like a Vietnamese lunch meat or whatever. But San Diego loyal. This is a take. I'm not trying to be needlessly contrarian. The hot dogs look okay. I'm way over hot dogs that have too much shit on them, though. They're really hard to eat. Even harder to eat than like a hamburger with too much shit on it. I like a hamburger or a hot dog that's like sausage, maybe like one other solid topping, and then like a sauce or two. I'm not like a everything. Sure, I'll drag it through the garden once or twice, but for the most part, I like a sausage that's easier to eat. So I'm gonna go with chicken sandwich, but I do feel like I gotta be realistic. This is probably gonna clear, right? One heuristic I'm trying to use for Scrandle is whatever I think looks the tastiest is probably gonna lose. Except in this case, we'll go chicken and chips over pie mash and liquor. We've had this before. I'm gonna go chicken tikka and rice naan over the worst hot dog I've seen in my life. Probably go with steak and sausage over a tub of insects. If I had to choose. Yeah, I'd say left on that one. The Monster Burger. What's crazy is that this is a Monster Burger, but by 2025 standards, this shit looks downright demure. It looks restrained. This used to be what a Monster Burger was, man. Nowadays, people would call this a single, even though it's got two patties on it. Either way, right's going to win for a £1.40. Come on, man. Beef skewer and beer, 3 pounds. Or a pretty not great looking biryani and a beer. I'm going to go with the right side on this one. That's a given. 9 out of 10 today. Pretty good, man. No perfect days, but pretty good. What's Scran? Scran is like, I don't know how to describe it, but I know it when I see it. It's like, that's a good deal. I'd eat that. That looks like something I could chow down on at a soccer game. Hot dog or a tub of insects. It's the worst hot dog of all time. 10 times out of 10. And I've eaten the insects before. I feel like I don't want to use the term virtue signaling lightly. I know these are holy words. I feel like most of the people who say insects are good are people who have not eaten insects but are like, I would like the taste of them. You should eat insects. I've eaten a lot of insects in South Korea. They all tasted fucked up and bad. This shit pisses me off, and I get that like Chad is not a monolith, but a lot of you guys are eating only pepperoni pizza or only chicken nuggets or only buttered noodles. And then you're saying shit. You're seeing a picture of a food from another part of the world that you wouldn't eat and going, wow, that looks so much better than the food we have here. How would you know, motherfucker? Now you're not going to eat that shit either. In my head, I'm shadowboxing a little bit, but that's the shit that pisses me off in food, yes, sir. There's some food in other countries that looks like garbage. There's a lot of food here that looks like garbage, to be clear. There's some food in other countries that's like, it's a boiled pork hoof, and people are like, oh, why don't we eat that in Cincinnati? I'm like, because it tastes like hoof, man. It tastes bad. I've eaten it. It's not good. He exists, okay? He exists. Cow tongue is good, though. Tongue is good. Guts are not good. Your mileage may vary. The guts of the animal don't taste good, in my opinion. The tongue tastes good. And the sweetbreads, sometimes. Sometimes they taste good. If you're at Savio Volpe, the sweetbreads can be good. What did we just play? That was Scrandle. Flesh is flesh, my friend. Okay, fucking king of the zombies. No, it fucking isn't. There's a reason the halibut is like $19.99 a kilogram at the grocery store, and the fish heads, if you just say, hey, can I have a couple of these? They'll be like, sure, just give us 2 minutes, and then they'll come back with a bucket. Octopus eggs, wheat flour, and gin powder. This is like very eggy takoyaki. Like it's not quite takoyaki, but it's takoyaki. That's akashiyaki. Of course, I could have told you that. This has to be East Asian. Yeah, you're not wrong about that one. Barley flour, water, milk, salt, butter, sugar, and tea. Roasted, but this looks like, well, it looks like it might be from China. It looks like Soboro. Kate, back me up on this one. This is Sampa. Am I crazy to think linguistically they might have a connection to Soboro? Because Soboro is basically just like sweet flour. I wish it was Sparrow, to be honest. I like Soboro okay, but Sparrow probably clears, to be honest. That looks good. Flavorful smoked sausage. Hog casing. Coriander. I don't know where this is from, man. To be honest, that looks fucking delicious. You're virtue signaling if you say this looks bad, okay? I was thinking, like, I eat granola for breakfast every morning, like yogurt and granola. And I really just feel like I was born to eat granola. When I'm eating granola, I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose on earth. Or oats. Like I'm built to eat oats, man. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like I'm doing something that resonates with like my genetic lineage every time I eat oats. It just feels good. I don't know where this is from. This is from Germany. This is from Poland. Mizluska. Known as the hunter's sausage. Sure. I would absolutely eat, without a doubt. I would eat like one of them because I'm trying not to die of like nitrate poisoning, but it looks good. In Germany, we call it Jägerwiener. Listen, a lesser man would say that happens to lots of guys, including myself in college a couple times. I wouldn't do that, but a lesser man might say that. Justin, are you in chat? By the way, you no-sold my joke yet. Actually, everybody no-sold. I think my friends hate me. He's live right now. Whatever. It was a good joke. They're probably just pretending to like me. No, it was a good joke. They just didn't see it. Anyway, he does look like, Justin doesn't, but Corey did look like the Pope 40 years earlier. For sure. Like a 40, and I got it, like Corey is like 30% hotter than the Pope was when the Pope was Corey's age. I have to say that or he'll get mad. Food guesser, we're going to thrice now. Pumpkin pie, Oreo pie, and strawberry cheesecake are among the boxed no-bake mixes marketed under what brand name? Betty Crocker or Draw 25, because I don't know. Resembling a Jell-O? Resembling a giant amoeba, perfection salad is celery, cabbage, and various fruits trapped helplessly in what dessert? Jell-O. No bake Oreo pie, no bake Jell-O. Founded in 1295, the glassmaker Barovier and Tozo, still blowing away on the island of Murano, part of what city? The island of Murano. Part of what city? Interesting. An island city. Singapore. Not an island, bitch. Not an island. Hong Kong? No, I don't think so. That doesn't. An island, I want to say a European island city. That sounds Spanish, but also French, but also Italian. I'm just going to say something crazy. It's Cannes. Cannes, the Golden Lion from the Cannes Film Festival. Whatever. Venice. Fuck you. It's not Cannes. That's the Venice Film Festival, man. My bad. I just don't like to think about Doge these days. The Israelites wandered the desert for 40 years in what Hebrew Bible book that also has a whole lot of census taking? That's Exodus, buddy. No? It's like one of the two. I thought for sure it was Exodus, man. That they're leaving the place, right? They're wandering the desert. I thought that was Exodus. Judd Hirsch played the dad of Rob Morrow and David Krumholtz on what 6-season FBI procedural from the aughts? Numbers! I was like, it can't be Numbers. That doesn't make sense, but it fucking is Numbers. Take a ferry from Kingston to Marysville, Ontario. You'll set foot on the westernmost part of what weird international region? So I'm from Kingston. I don't know where the hell Marysville is, but apparently you can take a boat from my hometown to there. The westernmost part, like I want to say that this is the Thousand Islands. That's where you take ferries. Yes! That's where you take ferries in Kingston or Gananoque. Marysville's on Wolf Island. I haven't been there. I had a friend who lived on the island, though. In 1973, the orbiting capsule from the Apollo spacecraft was reused for what other program? The orbiting capsule. Yeah, they use that shit for Gemini. NASA gave a $400 littering fine over debris left by what disintegrating space station? Voyager's the one that's like a light day away from the Earth, right? So this has got to be one of the other ones. Yeah. Isn't there one called like crimini or something like that? Like the mushroom? Cecini? The third guy on the moon, Pete Conrad, was also part of the first crew to travel to what celestial science room? Huh? What is the observatory? Skylab. Skylab. I know shit about it. Isn't that the robot that's taken over the Earth or whatever? Because we say please too much? Well, I can always hang my hat on the Kingston guests at least. Skylab. Skylab singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings. Is that like an international space station before they could stay up there indefinitely? Sort these companies from most to least valuable by market cap as of March 6, 2024. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. These ones always surprise me, even though you'd think it'd be up my wheelhouse. I think the least valuable of these, it's tough, man. Like Visa is an interesting company because they kind of get like 1 to 2% of every second purchase made in the world. So they got to be up there. Nike is like always, they're up like the water, down like the rain, back and forth like a choo-choo train. Walmart is obviously a huge company. Airlines, thin margins, but like lots of assets. Coca-Cola has just been, printing since 1807 or something. I think it's like, I want to say, and I don't have great reasons. I think Southwest Airlines is going to be at the bottom. Then I think it's going to be Nike. Then I think it's going to be Home Depot. Walmart is huge, obviously, but predominantly North American. Coca-Cola, people buy less, but they buy it worldwide. And market cap is not just a function of sales, the function of your assets as well. That's not to say Coca-Cola has more assets than Walmart, but there's other things to think about. I mean, it's not even a function of assets, it's a function of stock price and shares. It would be crazy for me to think that Visa is not worth the most, though. I think I'm going to leave it right here. Okay. In that case, in my heart of hearts, I can't put Home Depot above Walmart. So it has to be this. Okay, we take that. Not bad, right? Not bad. I had no idea Southwest was a $20 billion market cap, to be honest with you. Coke is shockingly low. They pay a big dividend, man. If it weren't for the fucking dividend, the dividend also inflates the stock. It's complicated, okay? It's complicated. Not close on the bottom? Well, I mean, like Southwest was like, airlines are always like one bad day away from needing to be bailed out by us. You know what I was also thinking about airplanes? This is also a hacky joke, but I apologize because I think it's very real. You know when you get on the airplane and they say some shit like, there's 2 lavatories at the back. Please note, federal regulations prohibit congregating outside of the bathroom. Every time I hear that, I'm like, sounds like that sucks for you guys because you're going to need to do some renovations because there's no other place to congregate. This bitch is just one long hallway. So like, I don't know what you want me to do if I have to go piss and there's a line. I gotta congregate. If you don't congregate, you're never gonna get to go is the other thing. What do you mean wait in your fucking seat? There's 300 people on the airplane, man. You wait in your seat, you're gonna piss your pants. They don't all go at once? When was the last time you flew? Fucking like 1963? Did they carve a ham at your seat? Was everybody wearing suits and trilbies? They congregate, bro. They congregate. It sounds like they're going to need to take out like a reverse mortgage and renovate some of those airplanes to have like a seating room next to the lavatory. Because if it's illegal to congregate there, you're going to be taking my ass off in handcuffs because there's no other place to go. Just pee before you go. The companies are wrong. It's personal responsibility. Oh, all 300 people of all ages should just never have to go to the bathroom during an airplane flight. How does the boot taste, dude? What are you talking? People got to piss. There's babies, there's kids, there's old people. The fuck do you mean nobody should have to piss on the airplane? If anything, they should rip out the kitchen and put 6 more shitters in there, man. If I'm taking like a 2.5 hour long flight, I don't need lunch. I definitely need a place to evacuate my bladder. Okay, the galley. Same motherfucker who gets tilted by like a crying baby. You gotta piss every 6 hours? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Everyone should just be 24 forever. That's what you sound like in my head, no matter where you're from. Oh, Legalac. That being said, I do think my vision for an airplane, there's probably issues with this. What if instead of, and there's probably lots of reasons, but let's talk about them. What if instead of having one aisle down the middle and like 2 rows of 3, what if they had like 1 row of 6 and 2 aisles down the side? Because the aisle space would be nice to go to the bathroom, get into and out of your seat easily if one aisle was blocked. And then also at the end, somebody has to be an asshole every time, because as soon as the seatbelt sign goes off, one person in the row stands up and blocks the other person out so that they can get their carry-on out of the overhead like 3 seconds before the other person. If you had 2 aisles, I mean, you'd still have problems, but it'd be better for me specifically, I think. Four middle seats, though? Yeah, they sit just the same. I don't know. I've never had a problem with the middle seat. Why not 2 space, 2 space, 2 space? That would be a lot better than aisle 6 aisle. Yeah, that's 2, 2, 2. Wouldn't they be too fat to fly though at that point? When they're like, the plane would be stocky, man. It would have like a Costanza build. They do 343. Yeah, but that's not a 737-8, bro. That's like an Airbus A370 or something like that. Anyway, long story short, they should stop dicking us is the main thing. And the bathroom should be like a little bit bigger. Or they should rip out like the last 3 seats so that you can line up to go to the bathroom. I know that's not going to happen. Hang on, this one's going to feel good. The user you're trying to ban doesn't exist. All right, Fasoro, you live to fight another day. You passed the skill check. Your evasion check was high enough. I didn't even hit your bubble shield, man. I think you're good to go. What did we just play? That was disorderly. Okay, juxtastat. Higher percentage increase in population from 2010 to 2020. This is it's a rare one where I don't even know where to start, man. I'm going to say Connecticut. Wrong. Higher population. 2 puzzle pieces with no... Oh, no, you just got to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to say Ho Chi Minh City. Higher percentage of divorcees. I don't even... This is a tough one today, man. I don't even know which heuristic I would use to evaluate this, to be honest with you. Maybe like devout religious followers who don't believe in divorce, in which case Lancaster would probably have more divorce. Okay, never mind. Higher percentage of people who were born in the U.S. and outside of their... Higher percentage of Americans who weren't born in this state that they now reside in. It must be Nevada. People are moving to Vegas these days. Or at least like 10 years ago. Maybe still. I don't know. Higher percentage of people who work from home. Wichita, or I'm going to assume that it's Wichita, which may be the capital of Kansas and thus has government jobs that have work from home privileges. Maybe wrong logic, right answer. I don't know. Topeka's the capital? All right, fair enough. No disrespect. Craziest thing about your state is that the Wizard of Oz wasn't set there, so don't moralize to me. What I'm trying to say. Let's throw in a slash mark.